Hello everyone and welcome to another Storm Collectibles unboxing and review. Today is the Mortal Kombat 3 Sub-Zero, the classic Sub-Zero, yes. So I think this is Kuai Liang, but in Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate where this Sub-Zero showed up, both this Sub-Zero and Unmasked Sub-Zero are both in it, and Unmasked Sub-Zero is definitely Kuai Liang, the original Sub-Zero is Bihan, and also the Sub-Zero had the ground freeze, which only the Mortal Kombat 2 Sub-Zero had, which was Kuai Liang. So there's a little bit of backstory, and also in Mortal Kombat 3 Ultimate, Noob Saibot was there, and Noob Saibot of course is Bihan. So, and we've got a little backstory out of the way. Let's just take a look at the box. It's 17 plus as per usual. So as you can see here, we have the little images. We have the Ice Blast, the Ice Ground, as it's called. Sub-Zero Fatality. This isn't a fatality. Look at this. It's the eye punch and the foot kick, the roundhouse kick with the blood. So let us take a look at the blurb here. Try and focus it on camera. There we go. Sub-Zero is an assassin of the Lin Kuei clan. Kuai Liang commands the power of ice and cold, unlike other members of his clan. He and his older brother Bihan were abducted as children by the Lin Kuei and trained in the techniques of the assassination throughout their lives. Though his code name is Tundra, he has now assumed the mantle of Sub-Zero to honour his brother after Bihan's mysterious death. With the help of his fellow Lin Kuei Smoke, Sub-Zero tirelessly hunts the one who killed his brother. I said re-tirelessly because I was reading this little row tirelessly there. Which of course was Scorpion in Mortal Kombat 1, who thought he was getting revenge for his family, but it actually turned out it was Quan Chi the entire time. So there's a little bit of backstory for you, and then Quan Chi turns Sub-Zero into Noob Saibot to help him with the Brotherhood of Shadows to resurrect Shinnok, which is quite hilarious because the original Sub-Zero, Bihan, is the one that sealed Shinnok away in the first place, kind of. If you play Mortal Kombat Mythologies, or if you've watched Mortal Kombat Mythologies, or any of that kind of nonsense. So let us open this guy up and let's see what we have. So this, he did come to me second hand because he's a very difficult figure to get hold of. And oh my goodness, I hate these boxes where you are at risk of ripping the sides, because that's the last thing that I want to do after spending my hard-earned money. I'm going to just do this off camera so it can be done properly. There we are. Okay, there. This corner has been taken off, and you see this little bit here. I think that is supposed to be underneath like that, but no matter, no worries, no damage done. As I said, this is second hand, so it's nice that the person kept the box for me, and should have all of the accessories. So let's look at the box. The box is the basic Mortal Kombat logo, which is a bit strange. I thought it would be the blue frozen Sub-Zero, but well, there's a little bit of blue and purple around the side there. But that's the inside of the box, and let us now look at the actual figure himself. So this is everything that we have. Let us open this up. This cell tape? No. There's just little bits at the corner that are keeping them in place. And he's even kept the protective covering for me. That's very nice. Always appreciate when people pay attention to the small details like this. So some of the hands have moved a bit, possibly in transit. Let's just sort this out so that you can see what it should look like. I'm not actually sure if these hands are in the right place. Maybe they are. So this, there we go. That is what he looks like. So that is what your figure should look like out of the box. So this one came after the Mortal Kombat 3 Scorpion. So this one is the clone of that one. And let us begin by looking at the figure of Kuai Liang himself. So quite a nice looking sculpt, nice looking figure. The face, the eyes are actually a little bit different from the Mortal Kombat 3 Scorpion, so that's very nice to see. I do like the colours. It's got good colorization on them. They do tend to pop, which is very good. And we'll be taking a look at the articulation. So let's just move this to the side for just now. And let's see how he looks. So we have the head swivel. It is also on a double butterfly joint, or should be, yes. The mask is removable. Now that's interesting, because under the mask he has the skeleton face, which is obviously supposed to be for Scorpion. So it's a very interesting little thing there. We have the arms, which go upwards into the shoulder joint, into the T-pose, sorry. We should also have the butterfly effect. Yep, the butterfly joint just in there. These parts here are soft plastic, just as it was with the Scorpion. We have the rotating biceps, the double elbow joint, which allows you to get that nice curve, and the wrist joint, perfectly nice and fluid. I really like this. This is one of the newer Strong Collectible ones, and it's got that nice solidity as well as the fluid motions. So the legs don't bend all the way. They get to this part here, this little bit of plastic here is stopping them. So he can get himself into a good, decent high kick, at least. The knee has the double bend. You have the ankle pivot, which also rotates. There we go, a little bit of rotation there. It's on this ball joint here, and we have the toe pivot as well, which is a little stiff toe pivot, and the other foot is exactly the same. And you also have the thigh swivel, so you can put yourself into some rather cool little poses right off the bat. We have just a standard little jump kick. So, yes, very nice figure. Kept in good condition, even though he's second hand. I think the guy said that he'd just had him on display and hadn't really done much with him, which you can tell. You can tell when a character has been moved around a lot and when it's just been stationary, and this feels very quite solid. You know, that's more of a Scorpion pose than a Sub-Zero pose, but okay, whatever. I've forgotten what the Sub-Zero pose looks like. It's more kind of like that, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's look at the accessories. So we'll look at the hands first. So we've got a few of those. So we have the open grip palm. This is the that's the hand that's meant for Scorpion, for throwing the kunai. Oh my goodness, I apologise. Accidentally moving the camera. This is the other specialised open hand, which is more of a pointing finger, as you can see there. This is the point on it. We also have two of these kind of gripping hands, which I suppose this is going to be used for the Predator fatality, which is the spine rip. It's called the Predator fatality because the Predator does that in the second Predator movie? Does he also do it in the first Predator movie? I can't remember. But it's on the billboards of the second Predator movie. Then you have the open hand palms, which is probably going to be used for the freeze effects. Same again here on the other side. Very nice. We also have this cool effect, which this one is him poking his fingers into the eyes. Oh, there's a little bit of a mark there. But that's a factory mark, that isn't anything that the guy has done. And you can see that's for the eye poking, which you put that up next to a character and you get this cool little effect where it looks like their eyes are being poked out by Sub-Zero. This is the foot blood effect, which I don't know if there's a specific foot that this goes onto or if it's just either. Oh, dropped it. Hang on a second. You stay there, Mr. Sub-Zero. apologies, lost the blood effect there. So yeah, it doesn't seem to click in, it just kind of places on, but it seems to be fine. As you can see there, if the camera would focus, there we go. So it's quite cool for, if you've got your character and you want to do your cool pose, or you maybe want to do a roundhouse kick, something like this. I'm going to bring this hand up a little. Yeah, there. That looks pretty cool. So it doesn't stick into the foot, so you just have to kind of prop it up, balance it a little bit. You have the head and neck spine fatality. Now this one is a little bit different from the original one that came with the first Sub-Zero. I've seen the jaw opened, but it doesn't seem to. It seems to just be pretty stuck on there. It looks very similar to the original, but it is a different sculpt, different paint. You can see this one has the pelvis in there as well, which the original one didn't have, so that's very nice. And now we get onto the very, very nice effects that I have been looking forward to. Apologies, my knee is still painful from the previous video, so I'm just trying my best here, because I do have to kneel down to get down to this table. So let us see exactly what we have here. So, we have this wall of ice effect, and we have areas here that the hands will go into. So let's take a look at that in just a second. We have the ground ice, as it's called, if it would focus. There we are. And it also has these holes in the ice for these parts. And we have a bunch of little parts here, which we're going to just try and work out what these are used for. Now I haven't looked this up ahead of time, so we're just going to have to try and work this out between us. We have three long reins of ice here, one small one here. So I assume these are going to be part of the ground ice, and these parts here are going to be part of the main ice blast effect. So let us remove the bit of plastic and see exactly what we are trying to deal with here. Rather curious. So, we have 6 pieces of ice, like so. I'll just move the camera down a little bit so you can see them. We have 3 long kind of rays of ice. We have our ground ice, we have our main ice shield part, and we also have the smaller ice shield part. So, right, okay. Judging by the back of the box, let us try and put together the ground ice first. So, is there an order to the way that these go? Try and do this on camera. It's that one. Oh, well, that seems to fit. Okay, this one looks a little bit bigger, so maybe like that. And then this one, something like this. And then the smaller one, these should be able to clip into this somehow. So we'll try. Oh, you can actually see that 3 of them here, they're not spikes, they are actually just ridges. So let's try and put that in. So it might be easier if we do these ones first. Just put this in like so. Oh, I wonder if I've got these the wrong way around. Is this meant to be in this one? Ah, right, okay. So there we are, and we might need to turn it so that they're facing the correct way. And the same with this one. So it looks like each of them have their own specific feg. No, okay, this one's giving me the same problems here. Not unless it's this one. No, that's surely the main one. It may just be that it's been a little bit tight. I'm not entirely sure. I'll do my best to try and do this on camera. Although I can't guarantee it. I mean, if it's not going to work immediately, if it's something that's going to take up time, then I don't really have the time to go screwing about with it. We have a video to make here. Now that one's quite a little bit in refusal. But let's try doing it with two. We'll see how this looks. So this one, press into there, this one. Right, so if I line them up a little bit first of all, then push them in, like so, and then maybe if we try and slot you in, and then we just shove you over to the side. Then how does that look? That doesn't look so bad. I think that looks pretty alright. That looks like a grand freeze. So we'll move this to the side for just now. Oh, no, the other one came up. It was a little bit pernickety. And if we... So to swap over the hands, you just give it a little pull. It just comes off. Then you put in the open hands, which is how Sub-Zero does his freezing moves with the karate hand. And do the same with the other hand. Just unclip here. Apologies if I don't always have this in range of the camera. The camera is just a little bit above me. Is it a little bit pernickety? I'm just trying to push that in there. This might be the first time that these hands have ever went on, so there we are. Sub-Zero in his little karate-like pose. Let's bring the camera down a little bit so that we can show this off a little bit better. Focus, camera. Focus. Camera. It's focusing just off the edge. So let me just bring this down a little bit so you can see the actual base. And if we put Sub-Zero into a kind of freezing pose, let's see here. Do the balance like this, maybe do something like this, maybe do something like that, and have him look forward, lean into it, maybe have this foot back a little bit, bring this leg in, so that he's in a little pose like that, and then there we go. There's the ground freeze technique. Although he'd probably be looking at his opponent, wouldn't he, rather than looking down. So we have the head up. And there. I think that looks pretty cool. That's alright for just an on-camera shoot, just to show what the effects look like. Right, so now that we have that, we'll put you over here in the background so that you can... Oh, that middle one has fallen again. Oh, no, the entire thing's fallen apart. Okay, never mind. We will just dismantle this. And let's work on the other freeze technique. So, this is where the hands are going to go into the end. And let's just look exactly at what we have here. So we've got 6 different parts. I don't know if all these are supposed to go in at the same time or not. So presumably the big one goes in the front, like so. Or if there's any order to these, maybe you just put on the ones you feel like. There we are. Maybe go for you down here. That looks nice. That's a smaller one. So this one's got a different peg. This one, you can see here, if it would focus, has this little peg here. So I'm going to try and find a little hole that this might go into. This one I'm not sure about. But these ones here, that clicks in like that. And we'll just put this one over here. And there we go. There's kind of a freezy ice effect. This one I'm really not sure on. Hang on. Let's check the back of the box. So the back of the box, okay, that looks fine. Ah, right, so this one goes here. So there must be a part here that I was missing that just, yeah, there it is. So maybe you just click into there, like that, just to show a little kind of backlash of the freeze hitting off the ice. It should. Have I got this the wrong way around? No, I've got it the right way around. I thought maybe the... No, this part here is where the ice extends to. Like, once again, I'm just trying not to be, you know, not trying to force it, you know, trying to let it go, but there, that's kind of roughly right. So, let us try connecting these here hands. So the hands go that way. So the best way to go about this, I think, is to try and do one hand first of all. So just, the hand should just clip into there, like so. It just kind of sticks. Is there any kind of insert for it, or is that just supposed to be held in place? Okay, well the thumb goes in. As for the rest of it, I'm not sure. Ah, there we go, okay. So you get the fingers in place like that, and that pushes in, and there you have the first part of the hand. And now the second one, this is where it gets a little bit more tricky. I may have to do this off camera, but let's try and do it on camera first of all. So these fingers need to stay in their place here. Apologies for the no talking. This is just a little bit of concentration here. No, hang on. Just give me a second. Amuse yourselves. Talk about what do you expect to see in the new Mortal Kombat movie. Well, that's a good topic. So the new Mortal Kombat movie should be coming out tomorrow, which is why we're doing our Sub-Zero reviews. And we have another special Sub-Zero review, which will be the last Sub-Zero figure coming tomorrow. So yes, look forward to that. And that will also complete our Sub-Zero and Scorpion line. We have each of the figures. What in the hell are you supposed to do with this? Hang on. Right, I'll show you the issue. I'm going to take off Sub-Zero's hands here. So there's hand number 1, and there is hand number 2. So I always thought this would be a little bit difficult, but it's seemingly a little bit harder than what I even anticipated. Right, wrong hand. Wait, so that one goes here? How does that make sense? Does it? Maybe it does. Okay, so the fingers, they go in there. And the thumb, it has its own little space. It goes into like that. And there you go. There's the hand, nicely in the freezy bit. And now the second hand goes the opposite way around, similar to the same way that Hadoken or Kamehameha has done. So the fingers go in first, like so, and then the thumb goes in, like this, something like that. Ah, there we go. Okay, we've got it now. Get the fingers in there, and that should be like that. So there we go. So that's the way that the hands go. Now, how the hell am I supposed to connect that to these arms? Like, what is the positioning for that? Do these hands, are these hands supposed to be out a little bit more? Are they more like that? Are they more? No, because this one is solidly in. Yeah, this one is a little bit more flexible, so I think this is meant to be a little bit more like that. So let's try and see if we can do this. Just to give you an idea of what this should look like. Well, no one ever said being a collector, or photographer, or whatever the hell it is I do, is ever going to be easy. So this hand should be here because this thumb should be on this side. So let us clip this into here, like so. Which also isn't easy. It also makes it much harder because this is all spikes. And when you're trying to push these, it really just digs into your fingers. So, but no artist ever goes without suffering. And this is my art, I suppose. This is what I decided that I wanted to do. For some reason. Right, okay, so we've got one in, and then with the other hand, can just rotate that a little bit. Push. No, don't come out. No, oh my god, both of the hands have came out. After all that. Right, hang on, let me get this hand back on here. And we'll very quickly try this once more. But if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So this hand should be like that. This hand should be like that. And I'm going to do it very, very lazily. This is not the way that it's meant to be done, but it is the way that I am going to try and brute force it for the camera. And I'll probably spend another half hour doing this by myself properly once the camera is actually switched off. But the purpose of these reviews is to show you exactly what to expect. So this is what you can expect. Well, that is roughly what it would look like. I mean, I shouldn't actually have to hold the ice, but that is roughly what your Sub-Zero Ice Effect will look like. Good enough. Good enough is what I say. So, let us finish up this review the same way that we do with all the other reviews. Sub-Zero has some of the nicest... you know what, very quickly, I'll just go ahead and show you this one. So this hand, just soft rubber hand, you have the spinal part here. So this just clips around the neck, or should do like so. Oh goodness, even this is in refusal. Now, if the thumb would just freaking work with me here, then there you go. There, Jesus. That is what the skull fatality should look like, and you just take off Sub-Zero's hand here, equip this one. And ta-da! Sub-Zero is presenting that he has just slaughtered someone and ripped out their spine and skull for you. There, isn't that nice of him? Doing all of that just for you. So, now we shall move on to the size comparison, which is how we always end these videos. So let us see exactly what we have that we can compare with. So first of all, let's bring in the Mortal Kombat 3 Scorpion. This is the special, this is the special Big Bad Toy Stores version with the skull face. And as you can see, those are both the exact same model, so both exactly the same size. Then let us bring in the original Strong Collectibles Scorpion for the size comparison there. I would do the size comparison with the original Sub-Zero, but he is currently in his own little freezing pose, but bring him in as well so you can see exactly what the difference is between the Sub-Zeros. You can see there's quite a bit of colour differentiation there. One is obviously Bihan, the other one is Kuai Liang. And Kuai Liang is the one that takes over Sub-Zero from the point of Mortal Kombat 2 onwards. So let us remove this and we will show you the McFarlane Mortal Kombat 11 Sub-Zero. Which, as you can see, in terms of size comparison, they're pretty good size. And I think the fatality looks maybe just a little bit better on the Strong Collectibles variant. And let's just bring in the Cyber Initiative. So we'll remove the McFarlane one. We'll show you what the Cyborg Cyrax looks like. So the Cyborgs are obviously just a little bit taller than the ninjas, or the original ninjas at least. The Mortal Kombat 3 ninjas are a little bit closer to the size range. I think Strong Collectibles went through a part where they changed what a 1:6 scale was. So let's remove Sub-Zero. And let's just bring in some size comparisons of other figures. So also from the Strong Collectibles line we have Shinakuma. Shinakuma quite a bit taller than Sub-Zero. We have from the Tekken range Kazuya, and Kazuya is also quite a bit of a tall character, as you can see. Let's bring in Rugal from the King of Fighters series. Now Rugal is the end boss of King of Fighters, so he is meant to be quite a little bit taller, and he's also in refusal to stand. Yeah, I'll just lean him up against Sub-Zero. Next up, from your wrestling range, if you want to have your wrestlers against your Mortal Kombat figures, let's bring in the Hulkster. You can see Sub-Zero is a little bit taller than the Hulkster, but not by much. And last, let's finish it off with some boss characters. So let's bring in the Emperor of that world. He is not king, he is Khan. He is Shao Kahn. And he is massive, as he's meant to be. Of course, Shao Kahn and Mortal Kombat 3 Scorpion, both in the same game. Shao Kahn is from Mortal Kombat 2 and Mortal Kombat 3. Shao Kahn's been in a lot more games than that, but that version of Shao Kahn is from those two. And last, let's bring in the Prince of the Shokan, Prince Goro, who is one of our larger figures. You can see that he is quite a bit taller than Sub-Zero. So much so that the camera is in refusal to actually get all of Goro in. But yes, that's going to be it for this video, folks. I hope you did enjoy. Please give a like, share and subscribe, and do check back tomorrow as we'll have the very cool unmasked Sub-Zero, which will be a very special video because that will finish off our Sub-Zero collection, and also it should be going up on the day of the release of the new Mortal Kombat movie. So please do look forward to that. I hope the Mortal Kombat movie is good. If you did enjoy this, please give us a like, share and subscribe. Do remember you can check us out in Discord, where you can talk to me and everyone else from the Grand Cat Nation. And we will see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.